Are you struggling when getting found on the internet? Well, in this lesson, we're learning all about Google Search Console. So that way you can get your sites indexed into the Google Search database. You can check for errors on all your pages, and you can get more organic search visitors. Hi, I'm Angel from RT Course Experts, and we help creative online course teachers with their tech. In this lesson, we're learning all about Google Search Console, GSC. We're going to learn what is it, why use it, how to use it effectively, and then we'll go over an example, and finally we'll summarize all our top tips. Well, first of all, what is it? Well, it's a free Google tool that helps you measure and fix how people are finding your website. And it's not just for a traditional website, it could also be used for online courses, community websites and sales pages, coaching, webinar, and even your blog with all your expert authority. So it's really useful information for all of your main properties. Now, why would you use it? Well, you would use it to monitor and troubleshoot how your pages are indexed and show up in certain searches. So remember, underneath, everything that Google knows about is in a giant database called the index. So Google Search Console tells you, hey, which of your many pages are in their database? And then when you search for stuff and they return that stuff, your different pages based on what the users are looking for, all that information, if there's any problems with them serving up that page, maybe a page isn't secure, or maybe a page isn't in your database for some reason. Maybe it's a new page, maybe it's broken and it's got removed. So it's good for you to know which of your pages are in the index and if there's any issues with it. So now let's go over a how-to guide on the most important features for Google Search Console. Setting it up takes a few steps, but once you get it set up, then at that point you're leveraging all the benefits. The first thing with Google Search Console is indexing. Are your pages submitted to Google, right? So all the pages that matter to you, your home page, your about page, your services, your blog, your content, all these things, how to contact you, are they all inside the Google database? Are they indexed? Does Google periodically check them to make sure that to see if they've been updated, if they're fresh, if they have new content, if they have new keywords? So that's all part of the indexing process. First thing you'll want to do is to make sure that all the pages are being indexed on your different sites. Again, not just your website, could be your courses, could be your community, could be other things like your coaching pages. Once you have the Google Search Console set up, it's going to also tell you your performance, how many actual impressions and clicks are happening on your search page. So impressions are, hey, your stuff, your pages showed up. Somebody searched for something and it showed up on their result page. Your pages showed up as answers to what people were looking for. They may or may not have clicked on your page, but the impressions lets you know that, hey, you're showing up. People are looking for your kind of stuff. And then additionally, hey, did they actually click on your search page? One of your properties had an answer or had information for what somebody was looking for. And did they not only see it with an impression, but did they actually click on it and then go into your page? Next up are queries. So these are the actual questions that people are typing into the search bar. What did they type and how did they end up seeing your pages? So what are they typing that's making Google look in its database and say, oh, you know what? One or more of your pages should show up because they answer the question that these people are making. So what are the specific queries? Are they using singular words, plural words? Are they using quoted strings? Are they using long tail with just 2 or 3 words? Are they using short tail or long tail words? For example, are they using just 2 or 3 words when they search? Or are they very specific, using 5 or 7 words to describe exactly what they're looking for, and you showed up? So all this information is really good for, you're showing up, and then by the way, which one of your pages showed up for those queries. Next up are pages. which of your exact pages are showing up when people are looking for stuff. So you might have different courses, you might have different services for, you might target different kinds of creatives that you help or coach or train. So which pages are actually showing up, which ones are getting hits, which ones are getting found, and which ones are growing. Hey, this page that you've had for a while continues to grow. Maybe you're improving it, maybe you're doing ads, or maybe you're generating great content or cold emails or something else. But for whatever reason, these particular pages are popular, and then these other pages are continuing to grow month over month, or maybe even shrink. So that's all really good information for you to know as a creative teacher, creative, business coach. Next up are alerts. So you can tell Google Search Console to let you know if there's any problems. So for example, maybe a page is not found anymore, or maybe a particular page used to work, but now it has broken links because it points to something else that's not working anymore. So all of these things are useful to know, especially if they happen on one of your major pages, right? Like your sales page or your home page. You want to know so that you can go fix that. If you don't fix that, Google is going to know that, hey, that page is not working so well. So it might little by little stop recommending it, or it's going to lower it in the set of answers. So if several other competitors are providing a similar set of solutions, courses, community knowledge, and your page is broken, well, Google is going to prioritize them over yours. So your page will be bumped down. You might be on page 2 or 3, or you might be at the bottom, and people, usually quickly scan and then, hit that first solution that Google offers. Google Search Console also provides you information about your audience. Where are your users from? What country are they from? What devices are they using? Are they on a desktop? Are they on a tablet? Are they on the phone? All this sort of stuff. This is really good information for you to know. And then because of these different devices, Google also lets you know the experience. Are they able to download the page relatively quickly? Does it take forever to load? How is your HTML and your server and all that technical stuff? Is it really helping provide an awesome, friendly mobile experience? Something that's responsive and shapes, or is it just this giant page that's squeezed down on your phone and you can barely read the fonts? All this sort of stuff, including security. Are your checkout pages secure? Do you use HTTPS? Does SSL work? So these are the important features that you get out of Google Search Console: indexing, performance, queries, pages, alerts, audience, and experience. Now let's check out an example. In this example, we've set up Google Search Console for an online teacher. Once we've set up the console, we can go ahead and access the portal at any point. But that can get addicting, just checking your portal every day, every time you do a blog. That might not be the best use of your time. But what is pretty cool is that you can also get a monthly email, or that you could set a reminder for yourself to go check out your website, maybe once a month, or verify that after you've created a new major blog article, that it's being indexed. Once you start getting the Google Search Console emails, you're going to get a couple of things. First thing you're going to get is you're going to get a monthly performance. So for each of your websites, you're going to know how many clicks are you getting. They saw one or more of your web pages on search results, and they actually clicked on it. It looked like a good thing. They went into your website. And then for some of the things that they didn't click on, that there were impressions. Your pages are starting to show up for users searching for content similar to what you teach or coach or train about. So that's really cool. And then you can see that stuff moving up and up. Next, you're going to see your content achievements. So these are your most popular pages for the month, including how things are moving. You're going to keep investing. You're going to go on social media. You're going to keep expanding, improving your web pages, your blog template, your sales pages, all this sort of stuff. So you're going to not only see that your pages are starting to show up, but that they're growing month over month. And that's really exciting. Next, your email reports are going to also let you know, how did people find you? What are the exact words that they're searching for? And maybe you're not hitting all those words exactly, but you're close, and this might give you some great ideas for future content on your homepage, your sales page, your bio, your keyword for your course, maybe a lesson in your curriculum, or maybe even a chat room on your community. You may have a topic or a PDF or a resource that you want to do that is going to address even better what your people are looking for. So this is really good information. You're going to know the exact keywords that people are using to get to your site, and you can double down on those things. And finally, you're going to learn about your audience. Where are they from? Which countries? How is it distributed? And then specifically, you're going to learn what devices is your audience consuming your content on. It could just simply be that they're finding you, but maybe they consume on a different device. So maybe they're using mobile to find tips or look for resources, but then they actually take your course on a tablet or a desktop. So there might be different things, or maybe reverse. Maybe on the way to work, they're on a bus or a train or something, and that's when they're consuming your content, learning from you, from all the different things that you're teaching. So this is really good information, and then you're going to make sure that those user experiences are awesome, that your courses, your website is all very responsive. It works vertically, horizontally. The audio is good from all the different tools, because maybe the audio on mobile is not as good as the audio on desktop, right? So just this is really insightful information that you're going to learn. So all of this is really all about Google Search Console, making sure that your pages, your assets, all your content is in the Google database. And then there's another tool called Google Analytics, and that's really about knowing what specifically are they clicking on every single page, and how do they move through. So they found you, they come in on this page, they go to this other page, they ultimately buy, or they're pogoing in and out, and they're looking at all your blog articles, or maybe they come in through an ad landing page and then they make their way to their blog, to your blog. So Google Analytics gives you that next level details of the flow of what's happening with your users on your site. Whereas Google Search Console is really focused on that first step, searching for your content. And remember, Google owns YouTube, it owns other properties. So you're going to want to make sure that all your different sites are performing. So if you want to level up, definitely ensure that your web pages are in the Google database, and that they're being recommended. Not only are they in the database, but they're flagged as working, they're valuable, the right pages are there, so that when people are searching for your stuff, you show up in the results, and hopefully you get a good click. If not, you got to go tweak your SEO metadata for each of those different pages so that you have the right title, the right description, the right keyword. So let's summarize. Here are the top things you need to know. There's this tool called Google Search Console. It's free. You log in, you have to authenticate your website, but once you do, it lets you know which of your many pages are in the Google database and if there's any problems with it. When stuff's in the Google database, the term is that page has been indexed. You're going to make sure that your queries are good, your pages are good, you're going to get alerts if there's any problems, you're going to then fix the alerts, or you're going to get somebody like RT Course Experts to fix the alerts, fix that broken link, fix that custom page that isn't loading or isn't rendering well because maybe it's a bad experience. And then you're going to get smarter on your audience and the queries that they're using. So now you're a lot smarter on Google Search Console. To learn more, check out the info and links in the notes. If you're loving this stuff, subscribe to keep leveling up your creative business. And if you need any tech help with your courses, community, or teacher website, visit www.rtcourseexperts.com. Thanks for hanging out. Let's stay in touch.